Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this ASUS N56J series. Alright, so this laptop is actually having a fan issue. Customer said the fan isn't spinning. The exact model of this is N56JR-EH71. It's super tiny, but that's the model. Alright, first thing we're going to do is remove the battery, slide this latch over, it pops up, and we can swing this over and pull it out. If you need the battery model number, I believe it's here, A32-N56. I don't think I see any other model numbers, so hopefully that's the right one. Alright, we'll set this aside. We're going to be using a JIS1 screwdriver to get the screws out. I don't think we're going to need any other ones, but yeah, alright. What else do I need to check? Alright, after removing the battery, we're going to press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds to drain any residual power. This makes it a lot safer to work on. It's not 100% required, but I would highly recommend it because it greatly reduces the risk of damage to the internal components. Alright, so yeah, take 15 seconds and save yourself probably hundreds of dollars. Okay, anyways, next thing we're going to do, we're going to remove this bottom cover. So there's one screw here. We'll take that out. Alright, keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and length. The way I do that, I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. Alright, so we're going to put that screw aside. And then we're going to slide this cover down like this. Okay, so you just slide it down. I use my fingernails. If you don't have fingernails or tools to do that, you could also grab at these little feet and pull it just down like that. There you go. And that's the bottom cover. So we're going to set that aside. All right, there's going to be a lot of screws to this, so I'm going to have to kind of manage my space on my desk wisely here. Okay, so we'll put that there. All right, what else we got? Okay, we got 2 sticks of RAM here. Make sure that you have yourself grounded so that you don't have static built up to damage any of these components. All right, we're going to pull the RAM up by pulling these 2 tabs aside. Let me actually zoom in here. All right, let me see if I can move things around so I can give you guys a better close-up view. Okay, so we pull these 2 tabs to the side here and the RAM pops up just like that. We don't need to remove the RAM to do what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna take one out just to show you guys. Let me clean up the dust in here just in case. Okay, so the RAM here is PC3L 12800S. You can use any PC3L 12800S, so if they have 2 8GB sticks, you can put 2 8GB sticks and have 16 gigs total. Alright, to put it back, just go in an angle like that, and then I like to wiggle it and then click it back down. Okay, we have the wireless card here. I don't know if I have to remove these or not, but let's go ahead and remove the antennas just in case. I am going to use a marker. Actually, they have a little arrow here that says main with a black arrow, and then you can see this black wires right there, so that's how you know that's where that one goes. I go underneath the tail and then I just pull straight up to pop it out. Same thing with the white one, get underneath the tail of it and then just pull it straight up to pop it out. Okay, we obviously can't unscrew that because it's blocked, so let's go ahead and go over to the hard drive. There are 4 screws holding that in place. Let's go ahead and remove those 4 screws. Again, keep them all in order, flat side down like that. Alright, if I didn't already mention it, if this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, let's go ahead and continue getting all these screws out. These 3 screws are much longer. This one's much shorter. Unless the customer changed that, then that's what I found here. So hopefully if you mixed up your screws, that will help you out. We'll grab this and then we'll slide this back. And then once you pull that back, we should be able to lift it up, but we do have to lift from this side because this leg or foot or whatever is going underneath the plastic. So it looks like we have to lift from this side. Actually, it's still caught on something. What is going on here? Oh, it's hitting the connector there. So make sure it slides back far enough. It looks like it doesn't want to for some reason. It's still hitting this connector. Strange. Alright, try and pull it back as hard as you can as you lift up. There we go. I don't know why it was getting caught on here. Maybe this thing isn't seated all the way back Yeah, let me seat this hard drive a little bit better so it's easier to put back without risking damaging it later. So I'm going to undo all the screws here, or just loosely. Okay, and then I'm going to slide it as far back into this tray as possible, and then we're going to push the screws in it, or tighten the screws back down. All right, just like this. And yes, I am pushing on this, or squeezing on that there. Be careful not to put too much pressure on the connectors themselves. I'm actually pushing on the area up here. Okay, and there we go. We'll set the hard drive aside now. Okay, you can upgrade this to a 2.5-inch SATA SSD if you wanted to. This laptop will take an SSD, but it has to be a 2.5-inch SATA SSD to fit in this slot. All right, if you want to remove the optical disk drive or CD drive, there's one screw here holding it in place. After you remove that screw, we should be able to get this out. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay, the way I get this out, I use my fingernail here, and I go up and down as I'm kind of like pulling on it outwards, and it should eventually wiggle itself out, as you can see. All right. If you can't get it out that way, you can use like a small paper clip here. There's a little hole in the front of it. You can kind of wiggle to push that. It'll pop out, and then you can kind of grab here. Make sure to slide this out as far as it goes, and then you can grab here to pull the CD drive out. Okay. All right, so there we go. We got the CD drive out. It looks like there's some broken plastic inside. Hopefully that is what's causing the fan to not spin, because then that means once we clean out all the broken plastic, it should spin just fine. But we'll see once we get this thing apart. This one, if I remember correctly, is a pain to disassemble, so keep that in mind. I did warn you. If you're just doing the RAM and hard drive or SSD upgrade, then this shouldn't be too difficult. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue removing all the screws. Again, keep them all in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. Okay, this screw seems like it's kind of stuck. It's not coming out. I'm going to try with a small magnet and see if it comes out. Nope, it's stuck in there. Interesting. Okay, I hope that doesn't mean I'm not going to be able to remove these, because if those screws are stuck, then we're going to be in trouble. If it's the design, then that's good, but if they're stuck, then we're going to be, yeah, we're going to have a hard time here. Okay, I don't know. It's not clicking or anything as if it's supposed to do that, so I'm a little worried. Let me see if I turn it the other way. Does it tighten? Okay, it does tighten in place, but it like spins forever nonstop in the backwards direction, and it never lets go. Anyways, let's go ahead and get these screws out. I don't know if yours is going to be like that or if this one's actually broken. Okay, we'll get those two screws out, and then there's two screws hidden underneath the CD or optical drive, so we're going to remove those as well. It looks like we do need to switch to a JIS 0 screwdriver to remove those two. So make sure to switch to a JIS 0 screwdriver. Okay, that one and this one. Alright, we're going to switch back over to a JIS 1 screwdriver. And then there's two screws over here. There's one down here and one over here. Okay. Looks like there are some hidden screws under here. There's one over here that we do need to remove. Make sure you remove that as well. Okay, most of these screws are really long. They do seem to be about the same length, but I wouldn't trust that as a way to, yeah, okay, these are much shorter. All right, so there's three down here. So these three up front are much shorter. Alright, so we got those three. Let's see if we got any screws that we missed. I think we got them all. Again, these two for some reason are staying stuck up there. Alright, we're going to slowly, carefully open up the laptop. Alright, so the gap we have is right here, so we're going to have to pop this out. Let's see here. Are there... These things are kind of... There's some ports on the side here that protrude out, so you want to be careful when opening this, depending which way it opens. The headphone jacks also protrude out, so we're gonna have to be careful and find out which way this thing pops open. So I'm gonna hold from here. Let's see, can we pop it open? Okay, so I held this area down with my fingernail as I pulled up here, and you can see it popped up, but not all of it. Okay, so it looks like the black plastic outer ring will pop out like this. Let's see if I can get it out separate. Wow, this thing is tough. Okay, again, and I'm worried because these screws didn't unscrew all the way, so I feel like they might be stuck in there. Let's see about this side. Can we get in here? Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be very difficult to pop open. Am I going to have to use metal pry tools for this? Alright. Let's try it this way. I'm going to open the screen, lay it down this way, get my fingernails in that gap, and I'm going to push on the palm rest, not on the trackpad, only on the palm rest. And let's see if it will pop. Okay, I might have to use both hands here. You hear something popping. There we go. Okay, so there we go. You can see as we push and pull, we did form a gap here. Okay. So we're going to continue going across. Again, don't push on the trackpad because you don't want to damage that. We're going over to the side where the palm rest is and pushing on that, and you can see this is popping out. All right. I'm going to work our way over to the sides here. Same thing. Get your fingernails in there and push with your thumb and pull up. All right. Same thing. Don't push on the keyboard keys, obviously. Okay. I'm going to flip this over to the other side now, and we're going to try and pop that as well. Looks like most of this already popped up. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna try and open this up. Looks like this other side is being a little difficult, so I'm gonna get my fingers in there and kind of push with my thumb on the bottom and pull up with my fingers on the other side. And then I'm gonna slide my fingernails along the gap there, and there we go. It popped the clip out. Okay. About this side. Yeah, I feel like those back corners, they're not going to come out. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, and just like the other one, you want to be careful. There's actually a cable in there, the LCD LVDS cable down there, that is attached to this bottom piece, I think. So, at least, is that the LCD LVDS cable? I don't know. It's one of the cables are attached to that. So you want to be careful because you don't want to accidentally rip that out. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I'm closing this slightly and it's like popping these clips up. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, the hinges are mounted actually to the bottom, it seems. So the hinges for the screen are mounted to the bottom, so we got to actually lift from this side. So as you can see, we can lift this up. But again, we have to be very careful because there's cables attached there. So you do have to have the screen open pretty wide. Otherwise, it'll just hit this as you're trying to lift it out. Let's see here. What is going on? I don't know if I can get this in camera because... Okay. Let's see. Can we get this in camera? Gotta kind of wiggle this. Yeah, it's like stuck. Oh man, how are we gonna get this out? I don't know. I think those screws are kind of broken. So we're gonna kind of lift this. You can see. Oh yeah, I definitely see the broken screw mounts there. Okay, and we're gonna kind of wiggle this. I don't know what's holding it into place, but something is holding it into place here. I don't know how I'm going to even get this in camera because I have to put it at weird angles. Okay, so there we go. We're getting this out. Okay, so now I can kind of slide this forward here. What is holding on? You got the speaker wires underneath that are stuck holding on, and the other wire in there is holding on. What? How do you... What? What is this design? How would you even reach in there? Okay, I don't know how I'm going to reach in there to unplug that stuff. But I think sliding it this way will help. And we have to, which wire's caught? Is it really that speaker wire? Okay, the black and white speaker wire in there is caught. I don't know how I'm gonna yank that out because I can barely reach my hand in there. So, whose idea was this design? Okay, I'm gonna use this longer flat tool and we'll see if I can get in there. Oh, that's super far down there. I don't know. If I pop this out, they're gonna have no speaker on that side. What is going on? I'm assuming that's all that's holding it in place. And also that video wire down there, it's kind of tucked in there. I'm gonna try and use a longer tool here to try and get it out from there. So I have this tool. I don't even know how you can route this, because how did they put it in there in the first place? This is so strange. Would I have to like undo all these screen cables and stuff first? I don't see any other way. Okay, I guess I'm gonna just try to get my hand in there and pull that cable out. Kind of wiggling it. I don't know, it doesn't want to come out. How the heck do you get this out? If you're working on this model, or if a customer asks you, you might want to reject it. What is this design even? There we go. Okay, we disconnected that cable. Now, how do we get the video cable out? So the video cable, it's routed here. I'm getting my finger in to push that out. There we go. So I unrouted that. And now I have a little more room here. Okay, and now we can grab this tab that's attached to it and we can pull that off. There we go. All right, so I don't know how you would do that to put it back. There's all these broken plastic pieces, so I'm a little worried here. Okay, so we got this out, as you can see, and here are the, oh, even their hinge here is breaking too. So their hinge on this side is also breaking. Oh man, okay. I'm gonna tighten these. You see these hinge screws? They're like loose. And that's because the mounts that hold them to the bottom cover are broken off. So I am going to use the needle nose pliers to hold on to the brass part of it. Okay, and then I'm going to tighten this screw back in place, and that will at least hold the hinge down better. Okay, sorry, I know it's not a good view here, but it is what it is. Alright, we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. Grab the brass screw mount and tighten the screw in. Alright, there we go. Let's flip this back over. Okay, and then we want to also make sure all these other hinge screws are tight, because we don't want them to come loose. If those come loose and break, then the hinge will be all wobbly. I'm assuming there's another screw hidden underneath this foam pad, so let's see if we can get that out. There we go. Tighten that in. Interesting, and then we'll put that back. Okay, as you can see, you got the speaker wire here. I don't know how else you can access this cable to plug it in. So putting this back is going to be very difficult. Putting this back is going to be very difficult, but we'll find out. All right, I'm going to clean this up because it's very dusty. Basically with a toothbrush and a powerful air blower. I use an electric air blower. I don't like those canned ones. The canned ones blow out really cold air that can actually damage the computer. So I try and avoid those. Here you can see the inside of the computer here. Okay, so you got the power button there, cables running over to this. All right, then you got this cable here for the DC jack charge port. It runs also underneath, and underneath this metal piece here that they melt into place with plastic. Bad design. At least it looks like it's melted in place, or maybe it's just folded in place with this screw that helps hold it down. Yeah. All right, 2 screws holding that DC jack charge port in place. Battery connector soldered to the motherboard. You have the fan connector here. The fan actually spins okay, so maybe there was debris in it, and maybe after opening it, this is gonna fix it. CPU is soldered to the motherboard here. Okay, GPU also soldered to the motherboard with the GPU memory on the sides. Right, wireless card, now you can see easier. There's 1 screw there. You can pop it up at an angle and pull it out just like the RAM. The 2 USB ports and the headphone jacks are right here, and they connect underneath the motherboard. Then you have the keyboard connector here, which has these 2 wings that slide out. Be careful not to pull it off all the way. Those are the darker colored ones. And then same thing with this one. This is the keyboard backlight connector, and I'm assuming this is the trackpad connector. All right, then they have a special connector here, which I don't see it connecting to anything inside the base, so I don't know what this is for. Oh, I know what it's for. The USB ports here, the 2 USB ports and the HDMI port, they're on a separate board. I don't know if you can see that. So underneath it has all these pins that actually poke up into this connector. All right, and I think that's about it. There's also another little connector that connects to this board for the VGA cable, as well as the I forgot what this is called, IR something for the optical whatever. I don't know, for the sound. Anyways, I'm gonna clean the dust up on here and then I'll be back, so we'll see you guys in a bit. This laptop is a pain in the butt. I warned you if you took this apart. Hope you were able to put it back, because yeah, no, this is a very stupid design. All right, anyways, I'm gonna clean that up. I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. As you can see, it's a lot cleaner now. All right, we got all the dust out of the fan. All right, I don't think this fan can be easily removed. And let me take a look here. It looks like this adhesive goes all the way around. If you remove the fan, or to remove the fan, you're likely going to have to remove the heatsink, but let's see. Yeah, it's like attached to the heatsink. So, okay, we're gonna leave the fan there. I mean, the fan does spin okay, so if we do need to replace it, then I guess we'll have to see. Hopefully this fan is okay and stuff was just kind of stuck in it. But yeah, we won't know till we put it back together. Sometimes if the fan gets stuck in one position too long, it burns out the motor or something. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and see how we're going to put this thing back together. I also dusted out the inside of here as well, obviously. Okay, but yeah, how are we going to get this thing back together? That's the question. I guess first thing we're going to do is get the LCD LVDS connector back in. So kind of just line this up. This, since we untucked it from the way it was routed before, then it should be a lot easier. If you want, you can tuck it back in afterwards to follow the, let me show you here, to follow these little raised mounts here. So we popped it out like this to get more slack, but if you want, you can go ahead and tuck it back in here. Just make sure that it closes down properly when you're done. Okay, but yeah, for now we're gonna have that out. And the other connector for that speaker, we're gonna see. I don't know, this is gonna be tough. All right, so we're just gonna line these two pieces up, obviously, and then just snap it back together. Make sure you get it in right. If you look at it, there's actually this little extended piece here, and that will go around on the back of this side. So when you're snapping it together, you should be able to see that, and then click it in. All right, so that worked. That went in actually easier than expected. Can we route the cable in easily as well? Okay, not bad actually. Okay. All right, this one bit is going to be difficult. We got to kind of raise the thing and kind of guide it. Okay, then we're going to slowly lower it more. How are we going to get our hand in this to get this in? Okay, it's not as bad as I thought, I think. Okay, wait, maybe it is. Okay, come on, get in there. Line that up. Might help to use some super long tweezers or something. I only have normal tweezers. Let's see, can I reach better with the tweezers here? I don't know, not really. Okay, maybe this makes it more difficult because I can't control the tweezers as well as I can control my hands. So we're just gonna have to go for it. And okay, come on, there we go, lined it up, and there we go, clicked it in. All right, so now we gotta slowly close this and guide the wire there. Sorry, I know it's super blurry. I don't really have a way to record this any better. Okay, but we're just gonna try and guide this wire over somehow. I don't know. This is, how do I do this? Okay, I guess I can slide this forward slightly. And is it going the right way? Okay, and then I can lift this slightly at an angle. Come on, get in there. Yeah, I don't know, this is very tough to put back. I'm worried I'm gonna end up just popping the cable back out and then it's not gonna work. Okay, let's try with the plastic tool here. It's a little bit longer, this. I'm gonna try and use that to help. The problem is when I hold the plastic tool, it makes my hand go into like a fist shape, and then I can't even fit my hand in there anymore. Yeah, that's not working. Whoa. Let's try the screwdriver with the extension. Do I have that? Oh, I don't know what I did with the long metal extension. I think it's in my other toolkit, but I don't have it with me here, so. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna rely completely on our hands to do this. Gotta kind of raise it at the right angles, twist it around, get it in place. Feels like it's in the right place, but it doesn't want to go past that piece that's sticking out. Let me see. If I somehow lower it this way, I don't know how I'm going to show this on camera if I do it this way. This might just be one of those things I can't really record because it's not possible. Let's see, can I get my hand in there? Yeah, I don't think this is. Okay, I'm pulling this one up. Now the other piece came out. Oh, God. Stay in there, please. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh. Yeah, I can't get it back in the same exact place, but that spot is the place where it went in is pretty good. I don't know if I can get it in the exact place it's supposed to go because I don't have anything that's solid enough to kind of use that to push it in. You need, like, I don't know, some really long screwdriver. I don't know. Yeah, well, all right, let's close it up and see. The stuff is connected in there. Let's get this broken plastic junk off my desk. And let's see if it actually spins the fan. All right. Oh, this little rubber piece just keeps falling off, so we're gonna leave that out. We don't want that coming loose and going inside the computer. Okay. So now we're just gonna clip all of this back into place, get it all lined up, and click it down. Are we getting stuff caught in there? Okay. There we go. Just make sure to line everything up. Click it all into place. Sorry, this video is kind of very difficult to really see what's going on here. We're going to carefully close this. I'm pushing down with my thumbs to keep the hinges pressed against the screen because those hinges are broken. Okay, we're going to plug the wireless antennas back in. And pretty much you guys know this part. We're basically just reassembling everything. Line up the wireless antennas. Okay, you'll know it's lined up because it won't move around, and then click it down. All right, same thing, and click that down. All right, let's go ahead and get all these screws back in. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, again, please remember to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. If you noticed, I had to tuck these sides in first because otherwise it will just rest on top. Okay, let's see here. What happened to my JIS1 screwdriver bit? What just happened? I was just using it, did it? I'm confused now. My JIS1, oh, here we go. I got tucked underneath. All right, let's go ahead and get the hard drive screws back in. Okay, shortest screw there, and then the long screws, the other three. Oh, I dropped that one. Let me go find that one screw. Oh, it went somewhere far. Oh, there it is. Okay, I need to make some kind of seating area where it's like sloped and it all goes towards the center. So if I drop stuff, it all goes into that one spot. That would be nice. All right, there we go. We're gonna get the CD drive screws in. So the two that were hidden under here. We do have to switch back over to the JIS0 screwdriver. All right, get that in. Get this one in. All right, there we go. We'll set that aside. We'll switch back over to the JIS1. I think I might have a customer outside, but I don't know. Let me get this all back together real quick. All right, got this screw. The corner ones I already basically tightened in pretty tight. So we're not going to do anything with those, these two screws here. All right, those were the ones where the plastic mounts broke. Okay, so we'll get these. All right, let's go ahead and get the CD drive in, line it up. Okay, there we go, wiggle it and get it into place. All right, get that screw in. Hopefully everything is snapped in right. Okay, looks good. Let's get the last few screws. This one. This one. This one here. And then the last three down here. Then we're just going to get the little cover back in and the battery, and we should be good to go. So again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, like, subscribe, share my channel with others. It really helps the channel grow. Oh, why is the screw mount on this one broken? No, okay. These clips aren't in all the way. There we go. Make sure all the clips are in all the way. Some of the clips on that side, okay, they're all good except for that one. All right, then we'll get the bottom cover and the screw there. Make sure you put it the right way. This lump goes for the hard drive. Okay, line it up and push that back in. Good. Make sure it lines up completely. Right, and then we'll get the battery in and we'll power this up, make sure everything is working well. Okay, battery's in, and open this thing up and power it up, and the power light is on, good sign, and the screen is coming on, so we should be good to go. All right, now I just got to test the fan, but yeah, other than that, that's it. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.